Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of What's Up in Halifax. I'm your host, Emerson Petker, and today we have a super special segment for you. As many of you know, the tolls on McKay and McDonald Bridge were removed earlier this year in March. This was a long-term political promise from Nova Scotian Premier Tim Houston. But what do people really think about these toll removals? Today, that's what we're going to find out. We are on the streets talking to Halifax officials, city planners, and residents to see what exactly people think about these toll removals and what the potential implications could be. Now, off to Alexis.
Thank you, Emerson. Today we're out on the field to ask the people of Halifax, how has the bridge toll removal affected your commute?
Well, I used to just take the bridge every day and pay for it, but now I save like $1.25 every day. But it also does increase traffic a little bit as well, and it just causes jams like midway through, especially when there's such a large amount of cars coming now that couldn't come before.
So we used to take the bus every single day to school, but now since there's no tolls, I don't take the bus anymore, and I just can drive across the bridge for free. So it's actually pretty great. I think so.
Thank you.
Well, I don't cross the bridge often, so I don't really need, I didn't really consider the toll fee, so I don't really pay that much.
How has the bridge toll removal affected your commute?
I never thought about it before. I think what the people want is what you should get.
But is this really what the people wanted? We reached out to HRM Transportation and Public Works for a statement.
While we respect the Premier's commitment to his campaign promises, this change was not something local residents or government had previously identified as a priority. After speaking with the folks of Halifax here today, we've heard many mixed reviews. Where the bridge used to bring in over $30 million annually, the question still stands, was it worth it? Back to you, Emerson.
And that is the question that we need answered. Now off to Zori, who's speaking with Halifax City transportation officials.
My name is Zori, and I'm here with Robin McKinnon, an official from the Halifax Transit team, to ask questions about the McKay Bridge. The McKay Bridge brought in $36 million in revenue and is scheduled for 4 closures for improvement with an additional need for repair in 15 years. Are there any financing or budgeting options that replace the revenue made from tolls, and could tolls ever be reintroduced?
So the bridge maintenance and other costs have been worked in the budget. For now, we are focusing on the matters at hand, which were to keep the promises to our constituents. Tolls will not make a resurgence, not for at least a few years. We might even have a light rail transit system.
Interesting. Are there any strategies to alleviate the rush hour congestion through improvements in infrastructure and public transport?
So there are longer multi-year goals to alleviate congestion, including inter-municipal bus service, a cool street review in Halifax, options for a new harbor bridge, new ferry terminals, a new highway corridors, and bus rapid transit. They're within a project 18 to 24 months focusing on building multi-purpose lanes and bus routes.
Okay. Residents have expressed a dissatisfaction with the decision to remove tolls, the population's increasing, and there's some concern for that it's a counterintuitive move from the environmental efforts. Do you have anything to say to ease residents' concerns?
So to ease residents' concerns, there are still efforts to add designated bike lanes and improve transportation. Congestion has not decreased immensely in this time. It's important to know that there are plans in place to improve the quality of life for residents.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Zori. It's so important to speak to those who are running our city. And now I welcome Dalhousie urban planner Meg Dutt to speak more about a research proposal.
Welcome, Meg, to the show. Meg is here to tell us all about her new research project at Dalhousie, where she works as an urban planner. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
To start off, tell us about your proposal regarding the toll removals and what you hope to accomplish.
Well, that's a really good question. My proposal looks into the possible effects on traffic flow, congestion, and commuting patterns, with the overall mobility of the city eliminating tolls on the Halifax Harbour bridges. The aim is to assess if removing tolls would change how people commute, or reduce the traffic, or would put more strain on the transportation system. Eventually, we want like data-driven research for directing the future policy.
Wow, that sounds fascinating. How exactly do you plan to go about this research in Halifax?
So for conducting the research, we have like two steps. The first one would be to like review the literature, like review the effects of toll removal on car demand, the transit usage, and the congestion use have been extensively researched in other cities to evaluate what trends would be likely to happen and techniques used in the past by the researchers. I'll be reviewing on past studies on locations such as Vancouver and other cities in the US, where something similar took place before toll removal. This helps establish a solid foundation and determine what will be relevant to Halifax.
Wow, amazing. What is the second step?
So for the second step, this would be looking at the methodology, and where I'd be using data from Statistics Canada, Halifax Bridges, and Halifax Transit KPIs to learn how trends change. I would compare traffic volumes, commuter patterns, and transit ridership over the past years. I'd also use GIS mapping to see how traffic patterns volumes change overall.
This is exciting stuff that can hopefully provide us context for future development. Can you tell us more about your upcoming proposal? How long will it take and how much money are you looking for from the school?
For sure. The project runs from December 2025 to August 2026. The lit review and grant seeking done in the first week of December. Once the funding is secured mid-December, we can move into data collection through January, followed by writing and analysis from February to May. After presenting our findings at the conference in Vancouver in May, we will do like an incorporate feedback and finalize the proposal by August. Our budget of approximately $8,000 to $1,000 is supported through student research grants and covers essentials like conference travel, accommodation, and small survey incentives.
Wow, that sounds like a very promising research project. I wish you the best of luck and thank you for your time.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Have a nice day.
And that's all we have today for you folks. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Emerson Petker, and this is What's Up in Halifax.